Hey guys, if you're enjoying the content that I'm making, please click that subscribe button. Also remember to click that bell button and make sure to tick that box to send all notifications so you don't miss out on any videos. With that in mind, let's get on with the video. What's up guys, welcome to Monchkinz Gaming, where we take your gaming to the next level. This is Monchkinz logging in to bring you another Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia video. And in this video we're gonna look at the new lost chapter that we received, and this will be on Lion's lost chapter, the Caring Adventure. And of course we're gonna look at the part 11 of the hard mode for this fight. Now before we do start with this video, I hope you guys are enjoying the release of Kingdom Hearts 3, and I am enjoying my time with it, with the little time I have. So you know, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to cover all of the events that are coming through on day one for Opera Omnia, because a lot of my time has been playing Kingdom Hearts 3, but hopefully I will get the time to actually go through the events on day one and, you know, get a video out as soon as I can. Now obviously the event quests, or whatever you want to call it, usually they are pretty easy, so I don't really make a video out of that. But we are getting Beatrix, we are getting the interlude. I don't know what else we're getting, to be honest. So in terms of like character events, I don't know if Beatrix is actually coming out on the day with the patch, but in any case, if she does, then I will go through her, because she is the first Alright, so of course we'll start off with the resistances, weaknesses, and abilities of the boss. And in this case we have the Commander Beast. Now I have actually covered the Commander Beast before in the past video, about 6 months ago when Lion first came out. So I'm just gonna quickly go through the abilities. It has access to Lunge, which is a melee brave attack, Crushing Horn, a melee HP attack, Beast Flare, which is a brave magic attack plus an HP attack. This also has a low turn rate. It has Comet Rain, which is a group brave magic attack, Assemble, which summons the Worker Beast, Reinforce, which grants the party brave attack up, defense up, and speed up as well. And it has Assault, which grants the party an attack up, a brave region, and orders the allies to attack the same target as itself. It also has Aid, which orders the Worker Beast to cover the commander. Now as for the Worker Beast, we do have access to Lunge again, which is a melee brave attack, Swift Claw, which is a melee brave attack with a high turn rate, Fangs of the Beast, which is the melee HP attack, and of course it has Cover, which takes a single attack in place of the Commander Beast. This cannot be knocked back while they are covering. Alright, it's time to take a look at the general tips and guides. The first one, which is different from what it usually is to actually go ham with your abilities. There are actually only 2 waves of this fight, so go ham. Just use your abilities to get rid of the first wave and just keep on knocking on that boss. As for the second one is obviously to bring in the boosted characters such as Lion, Galuf, and Y'shtola. Now I'm actually not sure about Galuf because he is only level 50. He actually didn't get his awakening in this what do you call this, lost chapter, so he is kind of held back in a way, but is still quite useful. As for other characters to consider, well, you can use every awakened characters that you want, or preferably use AoE attackers such as Prish, Squall, Laguna, These are just some of the best examples that I can think of on top of my head. Squall is pretty self-explanatory. It has both AoE Brave attack plus an HP attack as well. As for his AoE, Prish can obviously use an AoE Brave attack, and Laguna has Brave and a debuff as well. Then they are all AoE as well, which is really nice. As for your healer Brave battery, again the options are Selfie, Yuna, Lillicet, or Y'shtola. Y'shtola is obviously the boosted character, so you can definitely bring her there. Lillicet is good as a debuffer, although if you are already bringing Laguna, probably not. You probably won't need Lillicet in that case, but obviously if you don't have anyone else, you can definitely bring her. As for the summon, I have Ifrit or Bahamut. Now let's take a look at some tips and guides for the fight itself. Now I actually covered this before, but obviously it's a lot different now with the awakened characters. There used to be two strats where either you kill both the worker beast and then concentrate on the commander beast, or you just concentrate on the commander beast and use the worker beast as Brave battery basically. But in this case, I would let you guys know is to actually just bring AoE attackers to help with the breaking and doing multi HP damage to the boss and his minions. Now granted, you will get HP attacked with the worker beast, probably using Fangs of the Beast quite often, especially if they have over about 2,000 Brave, or even sometimes 1,000 plus Brave, they will still use it. So Selfie is actually a nice little Brave battery slash healer here, as Yuna can do that too. This way you can recover your HP back, and if you are using Ifrit, you can still get that 20% extra attack. And the good thing here is, even if you do get the HP damage, there is actually not any minimum HP damage requirement for any of the mission. However, you will want to avoid getting HP damage, as this will lower your score. So if you're only planning to complete this this mission, then by all means, getting HP attack won't necessarily, you know, pull you down. But if you are planning to get the extra rewards from the event, the extra event rewards for this time, then I would suggest avoiding getting HP attack, or getting a healer is the other option. For my next tip is to actually use your summon ASAP, or when you're in trouble. For the most part here, you won't have your summon ready at the get-go on the final wave, because this is only two-wave fight. So if you are bringing something like an Ifrit or those higher tier summons, then they won't be ready. And even if you bring Chocobo or Sylph, probably won't be ready. But you know, use them as soon as possible, because I think the minimum amount of turns is about 20 to 21 turns in order for you to get the highest score that you can get all the rewards. So I'll leave it up to you guys what you want to do here. But if you are trying to get the highest points to get the reward, or I think it's about 175,000, I can't remember on top of my head, but it is pretty high, so I would suggest to use your summon ASAP. For my next tip is to use as much debuffs as you can. The idea here is to obviously push out any of the buffs that the boss gives to the entire party. In the past, Vanille was an option to get rid of the buffs. Unfortunately, she hasn't had her awakening yet at the time of this recording, so I don't know how effective she will be in, you know, getting rid of the buffs. So I do suggest just bringing the buffers such as Laguna, Lillicet, you know, just to push out some of those buffs if you can. Honestly, this is not a hard fight at all, but if you want to take advantage of that, that is my tip. Okay, it's now time to take a look at the possible party compositions. Of course, the first one's gonna be the boosted character. However, I might just point this out that even though you will beat this with the boosted characters team, I don't know whether you're gonna be able to reach the score that you require to get all the rewards. I'm just not sure how Galuf will, will work out on this heavy DPS environment that you need. So I would just put this team with a little bit grain of salt, but if you're just planning to just clear this fight, then by all means you can use this team. They will be able to beat it. It's just that score is pretty high, so I'm not sure. And my Galuf isn't actually leveled up. Well, he is leveled up, but he doesn't have good weapons and armors, so I can't really test this out. And the same goes for my Lion. She doesn't even have a 15 CP weapon, man, so I cannot test this team at all. Now for the next one is the Squall Selfie Terra, which is what you guys are seeing right now. Obviously this is the team for me, and just with a Squall support, basically heavy DPS, and obviously break battery and healing. Selfie is really great at that, plus the Ifrit summon. Now the next team I have here is basically gonna be the Trinity. The Trinity is basically the tank, healer, and DPS composition. Just bring your best tank, your best healer, and your best DPS. Now unfortunately I don't know if you're gonna be able to get the high score, but you can definitely clear it with a Trinity team. Now my final team I have here is the Chase team. So basically you will end up using a lot of the characters that initiates Chase, like Noctis, Lael, Cloud, and I think those are probably the most common ones. And I just added Squall support here, but you can have, someone else like another Dark Knight Cecil to initiate Chase, and I added Pandemonium there just so it's a little bit different. So what are my final thoughts for this fight? Well, it's probably going to be one of those easy lost chapters, having 2 waves. It won't really be a big bother to you, especially if you have awakened characters already. Obviously this will be a lot easier with AoE attacks, and especially keeping those worker beasts broken is one of the best strategy that I can think of, and basically concentrating your HP attacks on the boss. Other than that, honestly, there's nothing else I can think of. But if you think I missed anything, please leave it down in the comments below. Now I am gonna go back and play some more Kingdom Hearts 3 and I hope to see you guys soon in the next couple of days, because of the first year anniversary events that are coming to Opera, Omnia, and Global, and really excited for that. However, like I said, Kingdom Hearts 3, man, it's just hard. So I hope you guys can forgive me. Anyway, remember to click like, subscribe, and share this video if you find it helpful at all. As always, I like to hear from you guys what you think of this fight. And remember to follow me on Twitter and on Facebook at Monchkinz Gaming. This is Monchkinz logging off, and I'll see you guys in the next level.